so when you bring this down onto your ball, this will be like jaws that come around it. So we're going to tighten this down. With that in the down position, go ahead and put on your lock. Make sure this is all the way up. So make sure that this is all the way in the up position. Your piece of wood, just keep here. Next, you'll take out all of your chucks. Yellow chucks go in here like this, and the black chucks go in here. This is a round 7-point plug. So this just slides straight into it and allows you to have all of your different lights, left, right, emergency, running lights, etc. If you don't have a round, we also have this adapter here. So if you have this type, the bottom one goes in, straight in like that. And then it has the exact same, goes to a 7 round right here. The last adapter that we have is if yours has 3 males and 1 female. See, this one is set up because it has 3 males and a female here. But if yours is on the other side, has the opposite, this is the adapter you can use. When you're going down the road, we're gonna have this plugged in. When you finish, you wanna just set it here when you're at a campsite. So again, this part is on the up side. Put it right in there. Make sure it's good and tight. And then make sure that you check your left blinker, your right blinker, that your hazard lights work. And lastly, when you have your running lights on, all of these should light up. Lastly, we're gonna need to hook our chains up. We cross them. Sometimes people cross them several times. Just set them on just like that. So have a good time. Making sure you guys enjoy yourselves and happy camping. Your CCP key is the one that you use for this. Your purple key is used on the 2 doors. This black 169 key is used to open and close your battery compartment. The CHS751 is used for the whole right side and the back of the trailer. The Magnum is used for the lock right here. And this key is set for the spare up on top. This key right here, the CH751, does the back panel. And when you do the back panel, you want to start with the numbers down, and then you turn it this way so that the numbers are to the side, and that's when it's unlocked. Left side, you do the opposite. You want the numbers up, and then that will undo the shower, which has a hot and a cold, and this holds the wand. You can loosen this one, and then this one is also put in the same way with the blank on this side, and then it's turned so the numbers are up. Okay. For your tongue, this is this key right here, the Magnum. This right here is done with the CCP key. And if you've never done this before, turn it to the side and this slides upward. So you set this in, slide this down. And then you can go ahead and lock it and pull this out. This is done with the 169 key. So the purple key does both the outside door and the inside door. So So this one will unlock there. This one will unlock here. One more key to talk about is the red key, and it's used here for the lock. And you put this in here, slide it in, turn the red key, and now no one can steal the trailer off your receiver. This is where the water heater is. With this, you just press on it a little bit to have this come out. Make sure you pull this straight out. Don't try to bend it. With the water heater, you shouldn't have to do anything with this, but I just wanted to show you where it is. You'll hear the fire come on right here when it's burning and heating up. The actual spot to turn it on is inside here. And before I go into this, let me go a little bit about how you open this up. When you loosen these, they'll be straight up and down. When you open this, don't stand right beside it because it comes up and it has a lot of force. So make sure that you give it yourself space and let it go up slowly. Same when you put it down, you have to push pretty hard to get it to come down. Tighten both of these first. After you tighten those, then go ahead and lock this. Okay, to show you where the hot water heater is. You turn the hot water heater on right here. You'll press on. If it has any problems, the red light will come on that says it needs to be reset. But for the most part, you'll wait about 3 minutes. You'll hear psh, and then it takes about 5 minutes to completely heat your water. Right now you can hear the hot water heater on. And if you look down there, you can see the blue flame. And this means that within, like I said, 2 to 3 minutes, your water will be hot. This light right here is for this inside light. So when you're finished, shut it off. This one, however, is based on the battery, so it doesn't have a light switch in it. You've got your GFI here. You have a level side to side. This one over here is your level front to back. This right here is your pump. If you're in the back country and you want to get water out of your holding tank, you have to turn the pump on, and then that will pump your water. For the most part, I leave that off. Here are all your fuse boxes. If you have a possible fuse problem, they're labeled right here. And we should have some extra fuses in the storage area for this. Stereo is right here. It has MP3. You can plug in aux cord here. It hits all your speakers, both inside and speakers that are outside. Your microwave, your refrigerator, your air conditioner, all of those are best to be used when you're hooked up to shoreline power. So all of them run on electricity. And it's very hard to get enough electricity if you're in the backcountry to run any of those things. Your gas needs to be sure that it's on whenever you want the hot water to work and whenever you want your stove to work. Your stove is very simple. It's just being able to turn it. And this right here is your external gas line. So if you have a big grill, you can just plug it into this right here. Works great for if you have like a Coleman that you put up on a table. Inside here we'll have storage. We'll keep cutting boards. We'll keep drink dispenser. We have a Happy Camper guest book we'd like you to sign. Kind of talks about here where should you camp next, some neat camping areas. Up in these ones up here we'll have cups, spatulas, griddle. Make sure you keep oil on this. Don't just put it in water, a little rust. You've got your bowls, skillet for pancakes and all, and then plates. So pretty much kitchen items are up here. Your water will work here if it's all based upon if you have it on your tanks or if you have it set up on the city water where it's coming in. Let me show you those two areas. So this is your city water connect. So right here, you're just gonna go ahead and take your, for us, we have hose, that clean water. And then this one is the fresh water if you're wanting to fill up your tanks. It's about a 17-gallon tank is as much as we have. We do have extra water containers if you're going to the backcountry that you can fill these up with. So that's on this side. This will be your exchange for the heat for the water heater, because this can sometimes get warm. Actually, the water heater over here, this one is for your heater inside. I'll go to that here in just a moment. If you do set up at a campsite, of course, we have an adapter here and then extension cord also kept inside there to take it to the 30 amp. This has like a 15-foot cord, so that's why I usually use an extension cord. This right here, when we open this up, it has this clip right here that holds that. Inside here, I'll tell you a few things that we have. These are to help you with your leveling. Put them underneath the tire, roll up onto it, and it moves yours up about 1.5 inches to help with leveling. So we have 2 of them. That should be all that you'll need. You'll have a white hose in here. This one is used actually to pour the extra containers into the fresh water. We also will have a gray water hose, some extra chucks, some crescent wrenches, some crescent wrench here, just some tie downs, some extra things that you might possibly be needing. We also have here our 4-person connected tent, so it kind of connects off the outside of it. And we also have a shower or utility room. You can see right here. We put that up so that you could take a shower in privacy if you'd like. This comes down directly from the sink, so you can either put a 5-gallon bucket here, or you can take, we have this wastewater hose and take it off away from your place. This one over here is where you turn on, let's say you have 17 gallons of water and you want to go down the road with it empty, you open that up and it gets all the water out of your tanks. So this side of the camper here, we've got our speakers here on the outside and then speakers on the inside. This right here are plug 2 outlets for the outside. This is just a vent for your refrigerator. This has a latch here. When you come over here, this just comes in and latches that way. Our screen, you loosen it right here. It closes, it's opened also right here. When you're on the inside is when you'll slide this open to be able to get to your lock. So as you can lock it here. From the inside here, we have 2 switches. The first switch does the inside dome lights. The second switch does the outside, the orange light, and it's not super bright, so it's not annoying at night. You do have a air conditioner here, and it has to be set up when you're on shore power. You've got a fan right here on ours because we have a rack above it that holds your spare tire. Our fan can only be lifted once. Really about a full turn is about as far as you can do. If you do more than that, you'll crack the lid. Right here it has a little fan as far as pushing down. So one is the vent, 1 turn, and then the fan is a push button. Fire alarms in here. There's also underneath a CO2 alarm for when you have the heater on in case it gets too hot. The heater is right here. On the right side, if you push it this way, it says that it is off. If you push it here, it's on. Now we want to set up our gauge as far as whatever temperature we want. Let's say it's 65 degrees. As soon as it drops below 65, you'll hear the heater come on and it gets nice and toasty in here. You also are equipped with the fire extinguisher right inside the door. Right here, this window does not open. And how these work are they come up and down. So this window has, again, a pull down shade and slides up. How the window works is you lift this part, slide it out, take it out. This is what the sofa looks like, or you can pull these all the way up and slide this all the way to the back. Kind of depends how you like it or how you want it. When you want to make this into bed, you just slide this out. Be careful though, if you slide it too far, it's just resting upon itself. So if you're too far, it'll slide out. So just don't make sure it's too far out and it'll be great. Underneath here is an inverter, and that's to be used if you're off-road. It'll give you a little bit more inverting the battery to electric power. Also right here is your CO2 sensor, and please don't put things in front of that or things in front of your heater vent, because this is where the heat's going to be coming out. So when you're storing things, don't put things under the bed right there. When you get to your campsite, this block will be kept on the inside here, along with 2 sets of chucks, one for the left side and one for the right side. You'll also find inside here your different hookups, this one or this one, based upon what you have. You've got in here 2 batteries, and you can check your batteries by looking at these red knobs here. This will tell you what the power is on each one. They should be fully charged. When you're on the road, make sure that this is locked. All of the different areas are locked. When you get to your campsite, you can go ahead and keep these unlocked if you'd like. You have 2 propane tanks. These propane tanks, when you're running on the road, these should be turned off. So it'll show that they're empty. As soon as you turn them on, it should show that they're in the green. It'll run on one, and then it'll automatically switch to the other one if one of these runs out. This cord right here, and you'll see it come down to right here. This is where you're gonna put the solar panels if you choose to run this in the backcountry. They attach right here, and then you can also see how it's charging your battery. This is called a hitch lock. This is going to be used if you ever drive away and you want to leave the camper. Either you can pull this down and put in a lock on this one, or with a hitch lock, you set this in. Put this down, take the key out, and now nobody can steal. When you get to a campsite, you want to turn these down and then go ahead and plug yours in. You can plug it in to your 30 amp here if you're close, otherwise do an extension cord. When you've got everything all set up, then go ahead and turn it on. It's best to do that first and then put this down. Most of them are going to have your water, city water, right here. That's where you'll hook your hose up to that.